we're going to dig deeper our knowledge about PTE, IELTS, and OET with our only judge, Miss Shaanee.
First, let's check if everyone is here. Miss PTE? Miss IELTS? Now, Miss OET? Miss OET? Where is this person? Here. Alright folks, let's first of all talk about your preparation time, your established time, and also why people have to take your PTE and how long it takes them to get their score report. So you have 3 parts you need to talk about. Starting from Miss PTE, please. PTE is one of the latest exam based on computer combined with AI technology, and PTE started from 2009. I would say it's still in its early stage, even though it's only 10 years now. And on top of that, PTE requires a minimum preparation time as compared with other exams. And what kind of preparation time the PTE requires is in between 2 weeks to 3 months. This is for those people who work very hard, who really wants to get their exam done. But unfortunately, yes, there are some exceptions. Like for example, maybe there are around 10 or 5% of the people, they would take a little bit longer time. That is really depends on your English level and your time, efforts that you put in the PTE preparation. Apart from that, PTE does have minimum question banks, and also PTE also have this efficient score report releasing time. It normally takes students 12 to 48 hours for people to get their exam results instead of waiting 2 weeks or maybe a month to get all their scores. And that is all about PTE, ma'am. Thank you so much. All right. Okay. Miss IELTS, please. Yes, ma'am. Sure. So IELTS is one of the earliest and one of the most authorized academic exam for both academic and a general test for English speakers. And it was actually established in around 1980s. This exam has been quite popular all over the world and been recognized by all different organizations and schools and universities. And for the candidates who prepare for the IELTS, they roughly need around 3 to 6 or sometimes a year to prepare for the desired score. For those people who need around band 5, 6 or less than that, they roughly need a maximum around 3 or 6 months. For those people who need longer, unless they have excellent English skills, otherwise they does need around 6 to 12 months to prepare for band 7, band 8 or maybe band 9. So this is the difficult part of the IELTS. And apart from that, as for the waiting period, ma'am, that you were asking, it does require 2 weeks of processing time because it's a human marking exam. So it does require a lot of time for people to mark the exam paper and to give the valid score report to send to the students. And that is all. Thank you so much. Rejection, ma'am. I don't think that is possible for people to talk in front of strangers, that you have to be comfortable, have good expression and without making grammar mistakes. Come on, think of this as a realistic. We all international students, or a lot of us, we are immigrants. How can we talk without making any mistakes? And every time when we make mistakes, we get marked down for that. And apart from that, we have to think logically and correctly with correct grammar and everything in a whole package within 15 minutes. And we have to answer the precise question. And that isn't something for everyone. Yes, for some smart people, but not for average individuals. Excuse me, I don't think your one is easy as the way that you said. Sorry. Alright, OET is one of the most authorized and standardized tests for all these health professional workers, for those people who want to become dentists, nurses, and all the professional health workers. It has been established in the late 1980s. Even though it after the several revises, but the exam gets checked and updated every year just to keep updated with all the professional knowledge. And this exam does require a little bit of preparation time. For those who are professional workers, I do believe they have the knowledge for all things about OET. But for actual preparation time, it does require around 3 months till 6 months sometimes a year. It really depends on your English level and your professional level, because the test is mainly based on your profession. As for the score report, because it's a human marking exam, the certain part of the exam does require a longer time period for candidates to get their score report. So it does normally take around 16 days, but sometimes, yes, when it's a public holiday, it might take a little bit longer for that, but it's 100% valuable and it's worth of that for your career. Thank you so much, ma'am. All right. Anyone have any questions, rejections, objections, acceptance? All right, now let's be quiet. Let's have the round one summary here. So far what we can get is OET, yes, you did start it early, and IELTS, you came afterwards. And PTE, you're one of the most recent tests that combined with AI technology. I say that is really smart. And as for the preparation time, I think OET and IELTS, you guys both require a similar amount of time to prepare, but PTE, however, it needs less time to prepare. And at this point, PTE is winning. On top of that, I would say that IELTS and OET, in particular OET, you guys taking extremely long time to get this score report. It's 16 days. That is too long. But the time people get their score report, we would have a new president. And same to IELTS, that take too long. The new policy about immigration could have changed. And I would say at this point, PTE, you are winning again, because you only take around maximum 48 hours, or sometimes you have something longer than that, but it's still doable. So I would say at this point, recommendation star for PTE is 5, OET unfortunately 2, and IELTS I would say 3 stars. Alright, let's go to round 2.